Did you know that 1 out of 9 women in Denmark gets breast cancer? So I'm a woman, I'm an ordinary mother, I live in Denmark. I could be me, or some of you could become her. So breast cancer is actually the second most common cancer for women in the Western world. So in addition of being an ordinary busy mom, I am also a scientist, and I work with invasive aggressive breast cancer. And now I'm going to tell you about my work with the help of these items from my kitchen, right? So there are different types of breast cancers. So what it means is that the treatment that works really well with the one type of breast cancer doesn't work with another type of a breast cancer. And that's why different patients get different type of treatment. And sometimes it can happen that the treatment was, when it was like really efficient and the patient got cured, after some years the cancer comes back. And then often, now it has changed so that the original, so efficient treatment doesn't work anymore. And as a result of this, now what happens when there is no treatment that works is that breast cancer is free to spread, and it most often spreads to brain, lungs, bones, and as a result, every year in Denmark, about 1,100 women die of breast cancer. Think about this, 1,100 women. So now, the type of breast cancer that I work and my group is working with, it's called HER2-positive breast cancer. So what is this HER2? So what does it mean? So let's imagine that this melon is a breast cancer cell, right? We can open it and we can look inside. And what we see here in the middle is the nucleus of the cell. Then we see surrounding it the cytoplasm. And then when we turn it around, we can see the cell surface, the cell membrane. And now HER2, it's a molecule, it's a growth factor that is located at the surface of the cell. So when there are a lot of HER2 molecules on the surface of a breast cancer cell, it is called HER2-positive breast cancer. And what's so bad about this? What's about it, right? So what's the problem with the HER2 is that it can tell cancer cell how to become invasive, how to start spreading in the body. So it can give this information to the cancer cell. So how does it do it, right? So in our work, we have identified a protein called MZF1. This protein now is located in the nucleus of the cell. Of course, there are many of them, but I'll show it this too. So now HER2 can mediate its message through MZF1. So it can use MZF1 to tell the cell how to get invasive. And how does that happen? So it happens so that HER2 now gets activated. It sends a signal through the cell cytoplasm into the nucleus, where it activates, the signal activates MZF1, and then MZF1, that it's a transcription factor. So it can induce the expression of genes that are needed for the invasion of a cancer cell. So it will do that, and these genes will change the membrane of the cell so that the cell gets invasive now. Okay, so obviously this is bad, right? And we don't want this to happen. So what do we need? What are we gonna do, right? So this is what we need. We need scissors, right? With the scissors, I mean a tool to cut this information flow, right? So and then that's what we do in my lab. So we are looking for a treatment that can be used either to cut the signaling from HER2 to MZF1 or MZF1 to the cell membrane, right? And obviously then we would think that if the cell doesn't know how to invade, it cannot do it, right? So with this work now in Kræftens Bekæmpelse, we are contributing to the future where every breast cancer patient will hopefully be a survivor. Thank you.